Are you guys how do you have any systems in place with how you track your traffic and conversions?
We recently switched. Well, we were on LinkedIn, which is everything was kind of thrown into LinkedIn and doing the metrics there. But I didn't like the direction that LinkedIn was going to supporting this line of work. So then I switched to BioLink for a little bit. Didn't really like that. And just last week, I switched over to Beacon to be the ultimate, place that I can at least look at some of the metrics. And that has gone a lot better as far as what I can tell. And I've also done the little special links on OF and the other sites to see where they're coming from. And we also do polls about once a quarter on her OnlyFans to say, where did you find her? Where did you find me, and those types of things. So that's why I got a pretty good feel of where they're coming from. But I'm hoping working with this other company where we do totally change your website, change the link stuff, put things more in mailing, and be more data driven on some of our efforts to decide where to do some more promos or what different types. So we're not there yet, but I'm hoping maybe if we have a conversation in 2 months, I can bring true actual data and how that made us change our workflows. That's what I'm hoping.
Interesting. Yeah, that's awesome. We kind of migrated to using beacons for all of our link pages too, because beacons is one of the only ones where you can create multiple pages from that same beacons account, and then you can put the OnlyFans tracking links into each individual beacons
Yep.
page, and that's a good way to kind of track stuff. At least the problem with the OnlyFans tracking links is they're not super accurate. They only track 1 out of every 3 conversions.
Yeah. Well, I noticed the conversions is way off from what they're posting. And I was like, no, something's off. And even the inbound from Reddit isn't accurate. Neither is
Yeah.
it accurate on Beacon. So there's something to do with Reddit that's not showing up from what we're getting feedback on the total number. So I've got to tear into that a little more and see why it's not tracking as well as, say, the Twitter traffic or the Instagram traffic.
I think it's mostly because a couple of years ago there was a law passed to where if you download an app on your phone, it says it now has this little pop up. It's like, do you want this app to track? And you can say
Yep.
yes or no. So those kind of privacy laws were implemented. So anyone who's using like an Apple device, if they click no on their apps, then it'll basically block that. It'll shut down the cookies so it can't follow you,
Okay.
and that's why it throws off a lot of the conversion data.
Okay, that makes sense because I'd say 90% of your traffic's through mobile phones, maybe 85, but yeah, a huge portion. So that would
Yeah,
make
I
sense.
haven't really found any good solutions to but using the tracking links, you can definitely get an idea of where your stuff is coming from. But I'll generally just like multiply it by 3 because I've tracked it all manually and then kind of compared that to the OnlyFans tracking links. So if OnlyFans is showing something like 10 conversions, then in reality, it's actually more like 30. So that's kind
Uh,
of just the general, general way that I do it.